All right, so in this question, we want to figure out what is the parallel line, the equation of the parallel line to this equation and passing through the point 4 and 5. And you notice here, they just said equation. They did not specifically said any form. So I'm going to do the 3 form anyway, right? So now, how do we start? First of all, we start from this equation here, and we try to solve for the y. So if I want to solve for the y, let me write it down, minus 8x plus 3y equals to 8. I want to isolate this, so I'm going to take this number from this side. It's going to become plus 8x. So 3y is going to be equals to 8x plus 8. And then I need to divide by 3 everything. So divide by 3, divide by 3, divide by 3. I will end up with y equals to 8 over 3x plus 8 over 3. And what I need from here, I need just this number. All right, this number is actually the m. Why? Because this is the format y equals to all right, this is the same form of y equals to mx plus b. I can identify the y-intercept and the m. So the m is this number here, which is this number here, right, next to the x. So once I get the m, which is 8 over 3, all right, I need the parallel right now because this question could be parallel or perpendicular. So the parallel, it happens to be the same, all right, and parallel is going to be 8 over 3 as well. Okay, so now we get the slope of the parallel. So what? Now what the next step? What we got then? We get a point, which is 4 and 5. 4 for the x, 5 for the y. And we get the slope, which is 8 over 3. So from a point and slope, the best equation you could use is called the point slope equation. All right, and this is y minus y1 equals to m. I'm going to use the m parallel, by the way, m parallel and m parallel times x minus x1. So it's only a name, right? So plug in the values. This is going to be y minus y1, which is the 5, equals to m, which is 8 over 3, times x minus x1, and x1 is 4. All right. Good. So this by itself is an answer because we get an equation here. And this equation is called the point slope equation. Now, suppose they ask us for the slope intercept form, all right? How can I do that? So the way to do it is to get rid of denominator and group and solve for the y. So how can we do this? First of all, we take the equation y minus 5 equals to 8 over 3 times x minus 4. All right, the same equation. So the best way to solve an equation that involves fractions is to multiply everything here by the denominator, which is 3. Or the denominator is going to be multiplied times the y, then times the minus 5, and then times this, everything together. All right, because this is only one term. Okay, there is only multiplication. So what's going to happen then? 3 times y is 3y. 3 times minus 5 is going to be minus 15. And 3 here and 3 here cancels out. So you see the 3 and 3 cancels out, right? So if they cancels out, you're going to be left is only 8 times x minus 4. All right, so we get an equation which is friendlier. And you see, you can make a distribution. 3y minus 15 equals to 8x minus 32. Just do the distribution here. And now there's two options what you can do. You can start solving for the y, for instance. So if I want to solve for the y, you're going to get 3y equals to 8x. Move the minus 15 to this side. All right. So minus 15 became plus 15, and that's going to give you minus 17 left. Then divide by 3, divide by 3, divide by 3, and you end up with y equals to 8 over 3 x minus 17 over 3. And this equation here, it will be the slope-intercept. Slope-intercept form or equation, all right? So that's one way to do it. The other way is you wanna group the x's together, all right? You wanna get to the standard form, right? So what is the standard form? Standard form is to group the x's, the y's, and put them together, and the constant put it on the other side. So because the x is positive here, I'm gonna take the y's and move it to this side, and I take the minus 32 and move it this side, all right? So if I do so, the 8x stayed there, so it stays where it is, 8x. The 3y, you're gonna move to the other side, so it used to be positive, it became negative 3y. And minus 15, it stays where it is, so it stays on the left side. Minus 32, because it's going to the other side, you're gonna turn into positive, so positive 32. And then you combine these two together, this is gonna give you a 17 equals to 8x. I can flip it around, so probably looks better. So I'm gonna put 8x first, minus 3y equals, and 32 minus 15 is gonna be a 17. And this is going to be the second one. And what we call this one, we call it the general equation. Sometimes it goes with the standard form, right? And that's basically it. That's all. The three ways to solve this equation.